Hello guys and welcome back. We're doing the next episode of my playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics, and we're going to Egros Castle to hear some drama between Dysarg and us. Oh, and Larg. There's a guy named Larg. That's his name. Feel kind of bad for him. Don't know if he was born with such a horrible name or if it was given to him by someone. Someone that hated him. Now, I don't really know the context for why Diceyarg is upset with the main characters here, because I don't recall him ever giving a specific order not to go out to the desert and deal with these thieves, but I don't know. In a lot of ways, the story is kind of convoluted. Now, if you can see up in the upper right corner, there's a guy in a purple and red cape, like a dress, out there. He's hiding in the window. And he's about ready to bust in, and it's just so funny when he does. I don't know why it's funny to me, but he thinks nobody can see him. That's enough, Dysarg, and now he busts in. Now check this dude's haircut out. This guy's haircut is like a boss haircut. He's got like the bowl cut thing going on with the goatee. It's like the This guy's got a wild haircut too. Alright, so Larg, I don't know his backstory too much. I do know that he's kind of a dick throughout the throughout the game. He's one of these characters, just like many of the characters that you meet, that he starts out where he's kind of ambiguous and you're not quite sure if he's good or evil, but then you figure it out pretty quickly. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I'll let you be the judge. Most of the characters that you meet in Final Fantasy Tactics end up betraying you or whatever. It's kind of an overarching theme of Final Fantasy Tactics, and they join your party and they stick around for a whole long time, and just when you've gotten attached to them or you take for granted that they're going to be there, they bust out and they betray you, or they do some crazy stunt, and that's kind of Final Fantasy Tactics in a nutshell, the story in a nutshell. Alright, so we are out of Egros Castle, and I need to buy some new stuff for my people. And that's kind of a ritual that you need to do with Final Fantasy Tactics if you ever played this game before. The inventories for the stores change after every progression, so you want to check the shops before you leave and make sure you've got the best equipment that you have. Now, I farmed a little bit, as I said in the previous episode. And I got a whole bunch of gold, but apparently that wasn't enough to fully equip all my peeps. So I decided to let Algus just suck it and deal with his not the best equipment. But I got Delita his good equipment. And I need to take all his stuff away. Algus, because I know Algus doesn't stick with your party forever. I don't remember when he leaves, but I remember a big part of the game is predicting when people are going to leave and not giving valuable stuff to NPCs, because they could basically leave at any stage in the game and all that stuff is gone. So, alright, so I have officially geared up at least my fighters. As I said before in previous episodes, every time you upgrade your armor or your shields and stuff, a lot of times it affects your health. I think your armor affects the health most of all. Anyway, I did not do a whole lot of preparation. I just kind of launched into this this Thieves fort, and I kind of just winged it. And as you can see, it gets a little sloppy, just like Dorter City when I play, and I'm able to pull it out though, so pull it off in the end. So All's well that ends well. Now, this mission changes the game up a little bit. It changes up your objectives. Instead of killing all the enemies, your objective is only to kill one enemy, usually a boss type enemy. And she's not necessarily a boss, but she does have a whole lot of health. So in a way, she's kind of a mini boss. But in a game like this, obviously, you want to focus on the target and don't waste a whole lot of time fighting with her henchmen, because it doesn't do you any good, and chances are they're overpowered anyway. They weren't necessarily overpowered here, they were just thieves, but these two priests, as you can see, make this whole level a nightmare, because they're healing and they're attacking and they have a whole bunch of magic. So make sure you keep an eye on those priests, and don't clump your guys up a whole lot when you start, because you're stuck down here in this little platform. As you can see where all your guys are, unless you have a jump skill, you can't get up on these ledges unless you go down this main channel. So you really have to get up on this main channel first, and these two priests just rain down hell on you as you're making your way up that channel. So don't clump your guys up if you can avoid it. That's generally a good rule for most parts of this game. Delita in this round just absolutely does not help at all. I just have no words for what Delita does. You just have to watch. You just have to watch and see what this guy does, because he just hangs back. He doesn't do anything. He resurrects a couple people with a Phoenix down, but other than that, he's kind of useless. Now these priests are dual casters, so they've got black and white magic, so they can rain down hell on you and then heal their own guys too. So they are nightmares to deal with. You want to get rid of them first if they get in your face. I was thrown a lucky streak here, and Maluda, the night chick that you need to fight, ran outside and made herself very open to attack. So I got kind of lucky. I don't know if the AI is always going to do that, or if whatever, but she basically ran right out to me, so made it very easy to take her out. If she were to hang back in that little dungeon area that they have, like fortress area, if she were to hang back, it would have made the game almost impossible, for me at least, considering how many people die of mine in this. I think I lose the archer, and I lose the caster. I don't lose them permanently, but they die. They're out of commission. It gets a little sloppy. So already I'm breaking my rule here, but I'm using a weapon break. As you guys know, the knight class has a weapon break skill where he does his damage and then he can break an item of theirs. Weapon break is an extremely useful skill for knights because it can basically disarm enemies. Now this guy has no weapon anymore, so he's got his fists. He does like 9 damage now. He's basically can't hurt anybody unless he's got a skill, like an annoying skill. Now I make a whole lot of mistakes in this round because I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention, and it just kind of goes to show that you need to make sure you're always paying attention to where your guys are at and what skills are pending, what spells are pending. If you move your guys in range of even a friendly spell, the spell will attack you too, and you'll see that this happens. I moved myself in there and got hit. I wouldn't have been hit otherwise, so in a lot of ways you got to keep an eye on that. That's the first mistake. This guy's got a skill called Gilgame Heart, which is a thief skill, which basically every time you take damage you get free money. Free monies. I am protecting my people again. I don't know if it's working, but I figure if they're on the front lines, they probably should have some kind of protection. Okay, so I was wrong. Delita does attack once, but other than that, he flees. It kind of hangs back for the rest of the round. And I was a little ticked because I gave him all this equipment, and he's a heavy hitter. So he's got skills to deal damage, but he's not doing it. Alright, so he's down. Thank you, Algus. You're not completely useless, only mostly. There's the target, Maluda. She's this knight you have to take out, and she ran out. Now that she's out, I basically have to focus on her, and all her guys are back here. I don't want a piece of them. If I can avoid fighting them, I'm going to. Now she's casting another, I think, a resurrection spell on this thief that I just killed. If you can interrupt that, you want to do it. But unfortunately, I don't have any ability to do that, so I'm just gonna let her. I'm gonna let her do it. All right. So I put my archer up here because he's got a good line of sight. Unfortunately, though, I make mistake number 2. I target this priest back here. And in retrospect, I should have attacked Maluda, but I didn't. Now that's mistake kind of 1.5. Mistake 2 is that I accidentally run in the line of sight for this archer and get myself shot. And that just kind of goes to show you what really this game does not hold your hand. This game is not going to tell you, don't move your guy there, he's going to get attacked or he's going to get hit by his own spell. The game does not do that. You can move your guys anywhere, and you can do anything. You can attack the air if you want, and the game is not going to stop you. So, in a lot of ways, it's unforgiving for mistakes like that. I'm trying to find a good shot here. I can't seem to heal my own guys without healing that area that guy is going to get resurrected into, and I know he's not going to have full health, and it'll end up healing him too. So I decide, no way, I'm not going to risk it. And I end up just curing. There's actually a spot out there that I need to use. And I see it. It took me a camera swing to see it, but there we go. She's raising that thief from the dead. And he's back in commission. So far, not good. Nobody's dead. Nobody's, Now, I hit both of those guys with bolt. It did a whole lot of damage because they don't have a whole lot of armor. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Healing myself up. Priests can be very, very useful if you get them leveled up to an appropriate level. In fact, priests are probably one of the necessary classes in the game. At least for me, because I need to heal my guys a lot. Now, right now, I'm thinking I need to focus on Maluda. I'm getting distracted by these thieves and stuff running around. I just need to go in and take her out, because once you take her out, you win the mission. You don't need to waste your time if you can avoid it. I mean, don't ignore guys that are getting in your face, but all your attacks need to be on the target, because anything else and you're wasting your time, because these priests are just going to heal up these guys and they're just going to raise people that you're killing. So I think in a lot of ways the game is kind of forcing you to deal with this knight chick instead of what you want to do, which is attack everybody on the screen. I love this charge +3. In fact, it saves me. It saves the day. Charge +3. Alright, so she's casting Bolt right now. It kills my archer, which is no good at all. Now, Delita is back here. He's still not doing anything. Now he's going to use a potion. I need to take that skill away from him because that's what now it's all he's doing. Algus using a Phoenix down, which is, I guess, a good idea. In a lot of ways, this explores kind of a tactical advantage that you can use called kind of turn denial. The AI is bound by certain rules, and one of those rules is that it loves to waste turns attacking injured peeps. So, in a way, I denied Maluda her turn because she wasted it attacking this guy again. And which is good because I'm sure she'd be dealing out a lot of damage if she were actually doing anything useful with her turn. Now they're going after my priest, which is not good. Your priest cannot take a whole lot of attacks before it goes down. Alright, now I'm going to drop the pain hammer on him. But unfortunately, I've set it up so that it's hard to get a good shot. So I got a bolt on Maluda. And mistake number 2 or 3, whatever, I lost count, but my next mistake that I made is I moved into an area where that bolt is going to take effect with my main character, and I shot myself with my own spell. Not good, folks. You need to pay attention to all that stuff. But I juiced up on a potion before I ran in there, so it didn't have too bad of an effect. It didn't slow me down too much. Alright, now she's healing, but I think it's just so crowded in this main channel that basically she's going to be healing me too. And this guy's got no weapon, because I broke it, so he's going to run off. He tried to charm my priest. That's the thief skill I was talking about in the last episode. If he were to succeed at that, I don't know if she would switch sides permanently, but for a couple turns she would be basically on the computer's side, and that would be not good. Alright, got my bolt going, but unfortunately, see, I'm in the way, so I target myself. Hit myself with that. Of course, I do more damage to me than I do to her. So that thief is all healed up, but he doesn't have a weapon, so he's not going to do much. 54 damage. This is pretty much what swings it for me. This charge plus 3 does crazy damage, and I'm able to take her out fairly quickly. Luckily, the AI got focused on my caster over here, Alberto, and instead of attacking me or interrupting me, they went for him, and that's swung this whole game. I don't know what the computer is going to do with money. But whatever. Delita's back here doing nothing. I mean, if he was out here at least doing something, I wouldn't be complaining. But holy God, he's hung back there the whole mission. Now he's going to resurrect this archer guy again. And deny Maluda her turn because Maluda is just so incensed by having a low health target here that instead of attacking me or a target that can actually kill her, she's gonna go for him instead. And it's actually good fortune that she does that, because she goes behind this wall and makes herself a perfect target. This is an interesting part of the story where they're kind of making Algus as unlikable as possible, kind of prepping you for the inevitable inevitable departure. And I don't remember at what point he does, but he's none too pleased with you. I know that. He goes on and on and on about royalty and animals, and he's a pretty unlikable guy. Poor Algus. He just got a bum rap from the get-go. Domino, is she really the enemy? Now, this is kind of the game hinting that maybe the people telling us what to do aren't such great folks. This game has a lot of moments like that. Alright, so my archer's dead again, but meh. He attacks my priest again, which is no good. So I know she's gonna die next turn, so I move her over here to give me or herself a potion and kind of run distraction for these guys up here. Hopefully they'll latch onto her because she will have lowered health, but so then I can move my main character down there to go deal with Maluda, because ultimately that's all you need to do. You only need to kill Maluda, and then you're good. You're golden. Now they're wasting their spells on my caster, but I'm gonna end this in 3 turns anyway. So even if they're able to kill him, he won't turn into a crystal by the time. He's got no weapon, so he's punching. Now look at this guy's jump. He jumps like 90 feet in the air. He's throwing rocks at people. I just find that funny. Alright, so I'm going to end this right here now. I go back here, and I'm going to do a charge 3. Boom. Now she's casting Bold on my caster, and it kills him. And kablooey. She's down. Alright, so that is pretty much this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video and leaving me a comment or hitting me up on the Twitter box, twitter.com/darkdomino. If you have any feedback for me whatsoever, let me know. Stay tuned. I got more episodes coming. Thank you again for watching.